Hello and welcome to Crupi Plays a Game, and today I'm going to be playing the game Don't Starve. And I'm going to be playing the Shipwrecked Edition of Don't Starve. So settle in, grab yourself something to eat and don't starve. So let's get going. Do a new game. And we're going to select the Shipwrecked Edition today. So yeah, that should be fun. And yeah, let's get started. So Don't Starve is a survival crafting game. The original version is in a forest, sort of. And this is an expansion that came out a little while ago. The cool thing about it is that you're basically on an island, on a desert island. A bit Simon Caruso? No, Simon Caruso's an actor, isn't he? Who's it? What's a Caruso? Lawrence and Caruso? No. Who is it? Look, write in and tell me who and Caruso were stranded on a desert island. Game's about to start. So let's follow the journey of this young little man on the desert island. The young man awoke, surrounded by nothing, from what it seems. He scratched his head and began to look around his surroundings. He saw some wood. He examined the debris. He exclaimed to himself, it was part of a wrecked ship. There was a crab that ran away. So he looked around and found himself some grass. He thought to himself, I'm going to pick this grass. And then he saw some more and he decided to pick that grass as well. Meanwhile, the crab looked on in astonishment at the man simply picking things out of the trees and the grass, picking the saplings. The man looked around, saw a crab, a toucan, another crab, and a rock. He decided he would pick himself some more saplings, some more grass, and try and find himself a rock. Limpet rock. Limpets, he expressed. I don't know. The little man walked across. He found some stones. Well, he tried to find some stones, but unfortunately it was there was a tree in the foreground, not in the background. So the man shifted his perspective. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from there he could pick up some flint. He shifted his perspective and it revealed to him some berries. The little man rushed over with delight, picked the berries, and put them in his pocket. He then saw a viney bush. It's all viney, he exclaimed to himself, and ignored the viney bush. He saw some bamboo. He said it looked pretty sturdy, but again, had nothing to do. Some more grass and a sapling and a rock appeared in front of him. He picked the sapling, the grass, and the flint. The Flint East Island, or Flint East Wood. He changed his perspective once more to see if he could see things better. He picked up another sapling, some more grass, and decided it was time to see if he had enough resources to make something. He examined, and to his delight, he could create an axe. Ta-da! He was pleased with himself and swung the axe around. The little man decided to examine the boulder. If only it could fit in my pocket. He ran to the boulder and hit it with his axe. To no avail. If only I had something that could crack a rock and make it fit in my pocket, he exclaimed. So he looked into his tools and discovered he could build a pickaxe that breaks down rocks, but he would need more flint for this endeavour. and off he went. Meanwhile, the crab was still taunting him, wondering what the hell he was doing. The little man decided to chop a tree to show the crab that he knew exactly what he was doing. See, crab, I'll pick up this log, this palm leaf, and this other log. What do you think now, crab? Huh? Come back here. I'm telling you what you think of me. The crab ran away in disgust. The little man decided he still needed to find some more flint. And so he searched the small desert island that he'd found himself upon. He picked up some seeds, some saplings, and to his delight, flint. He ran to the flint, picked it up, and finally he was able to create a pickaxe. He equipped the pickaxe as fast as he could and ran down to the rock, exclaiming to the crab, "Look at me, crab! I have created a pickaxe!" As he ran towards the rock, he knew that soon he would be able to crack the rock. And he began to mine. With all his strength, he smashed the rock into small pieces. More flint, some nitrate, and some rocks. Needless to say, the man was very pleased with his day's work and decided to continue his mining, although he started to notice that dusk was falling upon him. Soon the evening darkness would approach. He figured he should mine a bit more before the darkness approaches. And then he wandered around his new desert island home, trying to find a spot to set up camp for the night. Mining his way, minding his own business, if one would say, and rock and rolling. The little man searched his surroundings, looking for a good place to set up camp for the night, picking up everything and anything he could from this small desert island that he'd found himself upon. He found 3 palm trees and a sapling, and decided this would be where he would set up camp for the night. He looked, and, to his delight, he'd picked up enough rocks and wood to create a fire pit. This fire is getting a bit low. I wonder if I could use some of the logs. The man realized he didn't have any more wood. He put his axe away, pulled out his put his pickaxe away, pulled out his axe, and began to chop. And chop. Picked up some logs, sat himself in front of his fire, and added the fuel. The little man looked at what he'd created, and he was pleased with everything. As the darkness set in, he decided it was time to eat those wonderful berries. But I could cook these berries, he thought to himself, and so he did. And then he sat down of the evening and ate the berries. Yummy, he said to himself. If only I could find some proper food. But morning had struck. The little man had survived his first night on a desert island in the middle of nowhere. He decided he needed more wood and more rocks if he was going to survive the next night. Take that, nature, he thought to himself as he destroyed all the nature around himself. He got his pickaxe out and started to mine again. More rocks, he thought to himself. Well, if I'm going to be an old rocker, I may as well do it in style. He picked up some more saplings and then saw some more flint eastward. He picked up the flint, switched to his axe, and chopped some more trees. The little man thought to himself, what am I to do with all these palm leaves? He looked back into his survival instincts and discovered he could create a trap with the grass and the saplings. And there were other things he could create. And out of the palm leaves, he discovered that he could build a bag. Oh, the little man was very pleased with himself, with his stylish new accessory. And the toucans were very pleased with what he had done as well, saying, "Good work, mate. You've done well. Nice backpack." "Thank you, toucan. Is your..." Oh, he's run off. So the little man with a bag on his back decided to continue exploring the island he was on, although he did find himself rather peckish. He took out his seeds and decided to cook them. "Oh, I am hungry. I should probably eat these seeds now. But if I'm going to survive here on this island, I'm going to need to find some more sustenance." The little man decided to go into the grassy area of the island. He changed his perspective on life to discover a red mushroom. "Is this the island of Mario?" he thought to himself. He looked at the mushroom and picked it up. He decided that he would continue mining as much as he could, for maybe he would be able to find something within these rocks. A parrot said to him, "Hey mate, good work on kicking up those rocks." Hey, Polly want a rock? You're gonna die." The man thought to himself, what a stupid parrot, and continued on his way. "If only I could cut this bamboo," he thought to himself. I wonder what I could do." He picked up a flower and thought to himself, "Oh, what a lovely gift for myself. But I wonder if I could cut this bamboo." The little man realized he could now build a machete. To his delight, the man built his machete and equipped it as his hero, the great Danny Trejo, who played the titular star Machete in the Machete movies of Robert Rodriguez. And with all of that in his mind, he hacked away at the bamboo. "Oh, bamboo," he thought to himself. "No longer will I be bamboozled." So the little man continued to chop and hack away at the bamboo. But he was starting to get hungrier and hungrier. "Oh, where am I going to get some food on this island?" Oh, he discovered he could hack down these vines. So he did. Hack, 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 and picked up the vines. Well, don't mind if I do. He hacked away more at the bamboo, collecting as many resources as he could, hacking away at the vines, hoping that that with all these resources he'll be able to build himself something that can help him survive through his long exiled desert island experience. "Oh, some seeds," he thought to himself. "Thank goodness, for I am starting to feel peckish." He hacked away at the last of the bamboo on the island, picked it up, picked up some flowers, some more grass, but he was unfortunately lacking lots of food. He exclaimed to himself, "It's going to get dark soon. I need to get back to my fire." He picked up a few more supplies and then started making his way back to his fireplace, where he would spend the night. On his way, he decided to chop down some more trees, thinking to himself, well, I don't want to run out of wood. Some more logs, some palm leaf, chop, 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 chop. Ah, this is tiring work, the little man thought to himself, but he ventured on, picking up every resource he could and heading back towards his fire pit, his camp for the evening. And there it was, his fire pit. Oh, Excelsior, he thought to himself. Although it's getting dark, I should probably try and light the fire. He took the logs out of his pockets and started up a roaring fire for the night. The toucan said, "Good work, man. Well done on that." The little man thought to himself, God, I am hallucinating. Toucans are talking to me, and it's not even Toucan Sam. Although the little man was feeling very hungry, he took out the only food that he had, the lippets. He cooked them and decided to have a dinner of lippets. They didn't really fill him up, but he did have some seeds. So he decided to roast the seeds. Oh, some more seeds. Oh, he had to change his perspective on life again to find those seeds. The little man sat by his fire pit and ate his roasted seeds for the night. While sitting there, he decided to look at his inventory and see what else he might be able to build. What's this? Tools, an axe, a machete, a pickaxe and a hammer. He looked at the fire. He could build his campfires, which he was happy with. Then he went to nautical. A raft. A log raft. Well, the little man was intrigued by this. A raft. Perhaps I could build a raft and get off this island. But then he saw that he was also able to build a raft out of bamboo. He thought to himself, I must try and find some more bamboo. He equipped his machete and ventured off for the day, hoping to find some food or some bamboo for his raft. He ventured forth and found, to his credit, some more bamboo. He changed his perspective on life and hacked away at the vines. And then he hacked away at the bamboo, knowing that with each chop he would come closer and closer to freedom. He hacked away more vines, chop, 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 and more bamboo. Take that, bamboo, he said to himself, picking them up. Closer and closer, he could see his freedom coming up. But with each hack, he also noticed that he was getting hungrier and hungrier. Oh, if only there was some food for me to eat. Oh, maybe, just maybe, I can trap one of these birds, he thought to himself. He picked up the seeds and then decided he was going to set a well-laid trap for the birds on the island. Using his survival skills, he used the grass and some twigs to create a trap. He placed the trap down, took out some seeds, and baited the trap. The trap was set. He knew all he had to do now was play the waiting game. One of the toucans approached. The little man waited with patience. Oh, I'm so hungry. I can either wait for this bird, or I can take that crab that was making fun of me down. The little man decided it was the crab that he would eat. He ate some seeds to give him a final boost of strength to attack. This was it. It's a life or death struggle. Was he going to be able to catch the crab? Come here, crab. You're mine, he said to himself. But the crab went away. Oh, there was another one. The little man chased it. This is it. Oh, he kept missing the crabs, and he was starving. Oh, I wonder if anything was in the trap, the little man thought to himself. No, but there were some seeds. He ate the seeds in a hope that it would give him a little bit more sustenance. There's a bird. He waited. Oh, the bird didn't spring the trap. And all he was left was with seeds. The little man was now feeling very faint. He kept trying to attack the crabs, desperately trying to get some food. Come here, crab, I need some food. Oh, all he had was some more seeds. He ate them, but he was so close to passing out now. The little man was nearing death. He chased his food around the island as best he could, but with every failed swipe, he was becoming closer to his death. There was some seaweed. If only I could get to that seaweed, it would provide me with some sustenance. I wonder. Yes, I can build a raft. He quickly used the vines and the bamboo from before, jumped on the raft, and swam out into the ocean. There, he picked up some seaweed and munched it down. Oh, sustenance, he thought to himself. I'll push further. Some more seaweed. He ate the seaweed raw straight from the ocean. But darkness started to come across the land and the ocean. The little man thought to himself, should I continue on? He came across a coral reef. Not today. I need to get back to my campsite before it gets too dark. The little man pushed himself back into his little island, knowing that tomorrow he would be able to explore further. He hopped off his raft, ran downwards searching for his camp before the darkness of the night fell upon him. There it is, he exclaimed. And he decided to add fuel to his fire so that he could rest with light through the night. Oh, if only I had more food. Hopefully I can survive the night. Then I can go find myself some more seaweed, the little man thought to himself. He looked at the mushroom he'd picked up. Perhaps I could eat this. I hope it doesn't make me ill. So he cooked the red cap and ate it. It was not good for him. And as darkness started to settle across the land, the little man found himself having to eat the rose petals he'd picked. No sustenance there, not even a bit. But he ate them all the same, trying to fend off starvation. And as the night grew darker and darker and darker, and his stomach grew growlier and growlier and growlier, the little man thought to himself, I don't think I'm gonna survive the night. I'm so starving. And the darkness came upon him, and as he got tighter and tighter and tighter, he realized he had nothing to eat. His health started to deteriorate, and so did his mind. Quickly, he thought to himself, with my last ounces of strength, I shall jump on board my raft and try and find some food. He swam out into the ocean, a last-ditch attempt, searching for any food he could find. He came across the coral reef from yesterday. Oh, it's coral. I can't eat coral. But some seaweed. He picked the seaweed and scoffed it down fast. Oh, had fended off a bit of it. Oh, if there's only more food, he could think to himself. And there it was, some more seaweed. Oh, finally, just a little bit more food. He scoffed down the seaweed straight out from the ocean. A salty, foul-tasting seaweed felt delicious to his starving belly. He continued on his way through the coral reef, searching. He wondered if he could mine the coral. Oh, and his pickaxe broke. Oh, the little man thought to himself, I'm so hungry. Maybe I can eat this coral if I mine it. He picked up the coral and continued to mine. Living building material? Oh, but I can't eat it. He continued to mine the coral reef, hoping that somehow he would come across some food. Oh! But a jellyfish electrocuted him. Oh, add insult to injury. I'm so hungry and these jellyfish are attacking me. He continued on his way, mining the coral as best he could, searching hopefully for some food. The little man thought to himself, I have to move on from the desert island, find some food. Some more seaweed. He rode towards the seaweed, picked it up, and ate it. He fended off starvation just a little bit longer. Oh, however, there's these jellyfish. He thought to himself, I wonder if I could eat them, if I could kill them. He decided to attack the jellyfish. It zapped him, but he continued his attack. It zapped him again. Yes, I was able to get it, he thought to himself. Now to scoff it down and fend off my starvation. The jellyfish was good eating, but it came at a cost. So the man decided, I'm going to kill as many jellyfish as I can. It's them or it's me. He continued to kill the jellyfish, being electrocuted every time. He moved on to the next one. Ravenous, hungry, he didn't care about the electrical shocks as long as he could get some food. Oh, and a piranha! A piranha came out of nowhere. The little man didn't know what to do. The piranha took his food. He pulled out his machete and decided to attack the piranha. Take that, piranha! This was my food! And with that, he picked up this piranha's dead meat and decided to swim back home. But he couldn't remember where home was. He was lost at sea no direction, and started to feel hungrier and hungrier and woozier and woozier. He ate some jellyfish. His raft began to fall apart, so the little man paddled everywhere, trying to find where his island was. Although he paddled too far into the rough sea, the waves became rougher and rougher. The little man became lost and disorientated. Flying closer to the ocean, his raft falling apart. The man didn't know where he was meant to go. He found himself back into the coral reef as darkness started to fall upon the ocean. The little man knew he needed to get home to his fireplace before the night. What other dangerous creatures would come upon him? He searched everywhere, looking for his little desert island home. He couldn't find it anywhere. He ate his jellyfish, hoping that it would give him sustenance for the rest of the night. His raft falling apart. He kept paddling south. And finally, land! Yes, it was his desert island. Now, he needed to find his camp before darkness set in. The little man ran across the island as fast as he could, seeing shadow monsters appear out of the darkness. He became woozier. Oh, where am I going to find myself? How am I going to get home? Oh. And there it was, in the distance. His fire pit. The little man took out his logs and lit his fire. And quickly cooked the dead jellyfish. The little man decided to eat the jellyfish. Dark creatures were surrounding him, waiting for the little man to die, but he wouldn't let them go. Go away, creatures! He took out the monster meat, cooked it, and hoped that it would give him sustenance to remain through the night. Ah, yes! Oh, but it didn't make him feel well. The little man sat there, waiting for the darkness to take him. As the night got woozier and woozier, and the dark monsters crept closer and closer, the little man didn't know whether he would last throughout the night. And he waited and waited and waited. And that's where I'm going to end the story of the little man. Did he survive? He survived 3 days so far. But will he survive for the next day? Well, we'll have to join back next time and see. And so that's Don't Starve Shipwrecked Edition. I'm going to do a few more of these. I like this game. Don't Starve's, it's a little bit of a fun game. As you can see, it's a survival game. And the Shipwrecked Edition is really cool because you do have all the ocean stuff, which I actually feel makes the game a bit more concentrated. In normal Don't Starve, there's a lot more exploration you have to do. And with the island, it sort of forces you to build things faster, because sometimes the islands you go on, like then, don't have anything for you to eat, so you have to push yourself further to try and find your way out. So that was Crupi Plays a Game, Don't Starve Shipwrecked Edition. Join me next time for a few more of these. If you like what you see, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on all the places. So the Crupi at YouTube, the Crupi at Twitch, the Crupi at Twitter, and the Crupi on Facebook. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.